Okay, this is a large Norton bench stone. It's a tri-stone because you've got three different sides to it. This is the fine, that's the medium, and that's the medium, and that's the coarse. For most sharpening, all you need to do is use the fine side, provided it's a knife that had a good edge at one time. Okay. If it's a knife that never had a good angle on it, then you might have to use one of the other sides to cut it down and get it in the plane that you want it in, and then go ahead and go to the fine stone. But in general, the fine stone is what you need. Okay, this knife here, brand new one, it's been sharpened to a reasonably good cutting edge right off of the grinder, sander, and what I'm going to do now is refine the edge. Okay, what you want to do is you want to oil your stone, and you want to take your blade and rest it on the stone. Don't strike the stone with it, but rest it on the stone and get your angle. In this particular case, I'm running about 15 to 17 degrees, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pass. And what I want to do is this holds the angle. This hand's holding the angle, and I'm pushing the blade across the stone. And as I do that, I'm bringing it across the stone so that I get the curve of the blade as well. When I was a kid learning how to sharpen knives, my dad and other people used to always say, oh, you sharpen it one side, one stroke on each side. Well, you do that provided it's a knife that's got a balanced edge and it's already, has a proper angle on it. Okay, but once you get your angle right, there's no problem with sharpening several times on one side before you go to the other side. After you get it tuned up a bit, then you do one side, one the other, one side, and one the other. Okay? All right, so I've done a few on that side, so I'm going to come back on this side. And what I'm doing here is I'm looking at my angle, and I'm holding my angle, what I believe to be appropriately correct, and I'm watching very closely as I cut the oil off the stone. So this way, this is still holding the angle. See, it's pretty easy to hold this and to hold this. It's controlling it as you go across the stone to keep from going like this that's important. So what you want to do is you get behind it and you pull it across the stone. Now this finger, these couple of fingers here are supporting that function as you do it. Now, you can hear that sound. Okay? That's giving you an idea that you're working the way you should be. Okay? If you get too steep of an angle, you'll hear a grinding, scraping, cutting sound. This is an old blade that my dad made. Okay, if we get a blade in here that's not really a very good blade, it's hard for me to find not a good blade in here. Here's one that's been messed up. Great big one. Okay, listen to it. Okay, that's too steep of an angle. Listen to it here. Okay, just to kind of give you a little bit of an idea of what I'm talking about. You don't want to say this is your angle, you don't want to get too steep on it and knock off the edges of it, okay? When you're making your passes like you should, if you look at it, you're going to see just the very edge that you're working on. If you see scratches way up here on the blade, then your angle's too flat, okay? This one is really getting pretty close. I had it pretty close already. Now I'm going to go one on each side. Maybe two. I like to go usually more than one on the side once I've got my angle right. Now the pressure I'm using here, I'm using light pressure. As time goes by, you get to where you develop a feel for it, where you can feel if you need to make another pass on one side, or if you're starting to get good and smooth. See, that side's starting to sound real good. Okay? Just to give you an idea, this is just a piece of plastic off or something. Okay? That is really pretty doggone good. A couple more passes. Okay. That's on the fine Norton stone. Now, at this point, you can clean some of your oil off the blade. Do that really carefully. Okay, then I take a crock stone like this. It's actually a water type stone, but it's a very hard ceramic stone, and I'm gonna polish that edge that I've just enhanced. That's sharp, and it'll surely hold an edge.